And welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all having a glorious day today. So today I wanted to do a quick, it's a combination, really. I've got mail, and this mail is Lego related. It's not exactly Lego, but it is Lego related. So let me get this open up here. So this is Track by FX Brick. This is that 9-volt track that I put out a video on a few weeks ago, letting you know that was coming out. And I decided to go ahead and pick some up, and I wanted to do a quick review on them and get them placed into my city. These will be replacing other track in my city. So I wanted to go ahead and do a quick review here really quickly. Let me get this open. Come on. There we go. Ooh, nice and shiny. All right. So these are 32 stud long, so 10-inch long. Compared to the Lego, this is a Lego one. Now this is the original from one of my sets that I got in the 1990s. So this is the original dark gray. Now I do have some in my city of the dark bluish gray, which also came out, the 9-volt in that came out, I believe, in the early 2000s. Then they switched over to just the plastic track, and so you have a combination of this dark gray and the dark bluish gray. But as you can see, this is a really nice looking piece of track here. I mean, it looks really, really, really nice. So I think it looks really good. Let's get these two put together here. Not too bad. I think it's about the same as what I get out of regular Lego. It's not too much of a difference in how it clutches together there. I think there's a little bit, yeah, there is a little bit more of a gap, I think, in there that they normally wouldn't be, but that might be okay. I think that's going to do. I think what I'm looking forward to is to change out to see if this will help smooth my trains out. I'll show you what I'm talking about with a closer shot of the trains, but at this point it looks pretty good. So here is a 16 by 32 plate, base plate, and that's an actual Lego base plate. And let's see how well it clutches onto the base plate. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty strong. I think I like that. I think it'll do just fine. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and show you a quick shot of the trains here and what pieces are going to be replaced. So as you can see here, this is the copper tape that I've got on plastic rails. And they seem to do just fine. They carry the, I'll turn on the train here. I went ahead and just turned on the one train and kept the other one off down below because it's too noisy otherwise. But I wanted to show you that, this is what it looks like with the copper tape, and it runs really good. It runs just fine. I do have times where it will derail, especially on this particular train up here will derail at the junction where you have a normal to copper, and I wanted to see if I can switch these up and see if this will help. I'm wondering if it might help the connectability as well, because these are longer pieces, and so therefore they're not going to have as much, there's not going to be as many disconnects, so you don't have as many different places where there's connection. And the less connection you have, I believe you're going to have a much better quality of electrical pass. You're not going to lose as much. electricity. So anyway, I will go ahead and swap out some of these. I'm going to be replacing pieces that are up here. Let me turn that off. So I'm going to go ahead and replace pieces that are up here, and it's mainly these pieces back here that actually go back behind and underneath my fairground, because that's what I always intended to do, was to replace the ones that are further back first. And so that's going to be everything that's going to be underneath my fairgrounds. So I believe I counted it out, and most of them will be going along this one side over here. But I will also be putting some over here on this side, but I don't know how much I'm going to get. I believe I'm only going to get maybe two of those 32 stud long, so 64 studs in is all I'm going to get. So you're probably not even going to see it when I get done with it on this side, but we'll do what we can. I'm either going to do that, or I might just do this one side. I don't know. Let me take a look and see what I do.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to try and speak over the motor here while it's going. But I did finally get those tracks in. It took me several days to get those done, but I do have them in. And as you can see there, one side sticks out that far. The other side you can barely see right past the lip there. It looks like it's just on the edge there of where the tunnel's going to be. So that's as far as those tracks took me. I wish I could show you a little bit better picture, but unfortunately I forgot to go ahead and film some of that when I had some of the stuff removed. But as you can see, it's running really well. In fact, I think it works really a little bit better once it hits both motors right on that corner. But then they're off so quick you can't really tell. But they do seem to be running better at the moment. So let me go ahead and get this other train going as well. So I've got them both going. I'm hoping you can hear me over the trains. They're really quite loud. But it seems like they're running really well. It'll be hard to tell the exact difference it makes in my city. I think it's already made an improvement on how well the electricity is going through this top rail. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a whole lot of good power out of it without it derailing, and now I'm getting good power without it derailing. It's a little light of an engine, and I think that's part of it. I'm going to be redoing it eventually down the line, but I already saw it derailed. See if I can back her up here. It's slowing down. There we go. Yeah, see this engine's a little bit too lightweight. I'm going to have to put some weight into it or change it up. It's been in my city for a while now, and I've enjoyed it, so if I wind up redoing it, it's not a big thing. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and show you those trains running. I don't know if you could tell the lights on the the one on the subway here. Let me get them going again now that I've got that going. Yeah, I don't have to have it up to full power now, which I did before. So I've got lights on the bottom one at this point. Now the lights are run off of the powered up functions. See, that one keeps derailing. So anyway, the lights are being powered by the powered up motor. Not the motor, but the powered up battery bank, and I've just put that on there only because right now it won't, with this design, it won't allow me to put the power functions light, which is what I could use. I could use a power function light in there
Unfortunately, I can't get the pickups to work off of the current setup. There's just not enough room for the connector to rotate, allow the chassis to be loose from the actual wheels and everything, so the wheels can't turn as well. With that on there, it just won't turn, and it actually kind of makes it looks like it's trying to go forward or something, because it kind of lifts up on the body of the train. So anyway, I'm going to take it back to me, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I briefly wanted to update you on the hospital here. I've already gone ahead and I've got the Mills plate worked out for the most part. I'm trying to decide for sure what I'm going to do about the stairwell and elevator area, whether I'm going to, it slipped, that's right. It's just kind of there temporarily. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to make that a stationary area, which I think I will. So I may be splitting off this area from here to here, and making that something that's stationary, and then the rest of this will be removable. So we'll take a look at that a little bit closer while I'm continuing with the layout. Now, the Mills plate you'll see has all sorts of different colors, and that's, I'm not too worried about it because most of it's going to be covered up with tile anyway with this design, so I'm not too worried about what the color of the floor or the bottom studs here look like. It's really not going to matter. Now, I'm playing around with some different design ideas that I've got in my head to try and see what works out better for me in my eye. And you can go ahead and put a comment below. That doesn't mean I'm going to use it or not use it, but if I do, I'll definitely give you a shout out. This is just something I'm playing with right now. It's not a definite as to what I'm going to do with the hospital, but this is the beginning of the layout of the hospital. Now that I've got a little bit more room in there, this is going to give me a little bit bigger space to be able to put stuff in. And I think what I'm going to do is actually make this, it's only going to be it's going to actually be a shorter building than it was, but it's going to have a larger footprint. And that's mainly because of the location of where it's at. I think it's going to work well with having a larger space. So, okay, that again was the FX Bricks Straight Track. They are come into this box here. This is FX Bricks number 8832. They will be coming out with some additional track. I will show you that here on the back. They will be coming out with a bunch of curves and switches as well in the future. So I'll be looking forward to that. It's going to take me a while to go ahead and replace all of the copper taped straight track that I have, though. I believe it's 29 on the top of the original size, so that's 29 on the top, 28 on the bottom of the original size. So that's half of what I need of, or excuse me, I'll need half of the FX brick style because they are a longer rail. So I'm going to need at least another 4 boxes of these straights, and then that'll replace all of the copper taped. For the most part, I do have some small of the flex track. I have some of those in there that won't be able to be replaced with this. But they are coming out with an 8 stud long rail coming out as well. So I'll be looking forward to using that to replace those pieces. So with that being said, that's it for this update. Again, I have a little bit that I've been working on with the hospital. Unfortunately, right now with my pain, I haven't been able to do a whole lot. It's hard for me to concentrate with that much pain in my hands and in my back. So I haven't been able to do a whole lot of work on the hospital itself, but I wanted to go ahead and get this review out and out there so that you guys can see this. So anyway, with that being said, I will take it out for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.